Hello, everybody. How's it going? Sorry for the wait there, just tying up some loose ends. And yeah, before we get started here, I'm going to do a quick little sound test, make sure that everything is coming through loud and clear here. Let me just check the comments. Hello, Benjamin. Welcome. Alexandra, how's it going? Who else is here? Gary, welcome. Andreas, good to see you guys. Let me know if you guys are hearing me loud and clear. And maybe I'll do also a quick little music test here to make sure that the DAW is coming through. All good. Let me just play a little snippet of my track here. Let me guys know if you hear this loud and clear. Okay, that should be coming through. Got a bit of a new setup today. I'm messing around with, so hopefully no technical meltdowns or anything like that. Awesome, loud and clear, great. Okay, well I'll just dive right into it. What is on the table today? So, yeah, hello, welcome, happy February. And yeah, this month's challenge here in the Academy was to write a product demo. And the guideline was basically, to take one VST or plugin, whatever product you wanted, and write a track to showcase that product to the best of your abilities. So that's what we're doing today. We're showcasing the results of this challenge. This was an idea that I had that I thought could be beneficial for a few different reasons. The first one, being to just to get to know some of your own virtual instruments or plugins that you already have. Get to know them a little bit better, and really dig into them. But also, I just think it's a great way to connect with the developers of these products who work really hard to give us these amazing products, many of which are free, and you'll see that from the piano book submissions. And yeah, if you're lucky, you can get them to showcase your work. And that's been the case for a few of these submissions, which is so fantastic to see. And yeah, we have about 18 or 19 submissions to take a look at today. So yeah, it's been a great month, and I can't believe January's already over. It's nuts. All of the submissions are absolutely fantastic. So really excited about this. I got a couple different views. Check this out. I'm messing around with some cameras here in the office, so hopefully this all works. Kind of trying to commit to something a little bit more, that makes more sense for these live streams. So got my iPhone doing a remote camera. I got the DAW view here. And I got the full screen mode. Pretty cool, huh? Let's see who's in the house today. I gotta bring these. I gotta full screen these comments so I can actually see them and not squint. Mariano's in the house. Welcome, Jason. Good to see you. Miss 88 Keys. Great to have you here. Mohits, Arco. Welcome, guys. Oh, the dino has a friend now. Yeah, that's Doggy. He's like my childhood stuffy that I've had forever. I like to keep him involved in the studio process. He reminds me to just, embrace my childlike spirit. Dino and Doggy, they're here with us today. Oh gosh, what have I done here? Okay. So let's just get started here. First up, we have a track by Alexandra, and I'm just going to switch to the DAW view here. Oops, did that work? Yeah, okay, cool. So, oh, awesome. So this is a track called Entropy, and Alexandra says, for this challenge, I've chosen the sample pack Tea from Hell by Piano Book. The whole track is composed with the sounds from this pack, except for the groove, the drums and the loops. So I tried to keep the same dark, moody vibe, but in an electronic or an electronic genre. So yeah, here is the Tea from Hell from Piano Book. Go check that out. I noticed that they don't have any demo submissions on this particular page. That's too bad. But hopefully, Alexandra, I don't know if you sent your demo in yet, but I hope you do because it's great. So let's check this out. Here we go. Whoa, cool ending. I love that. Yeah, fantastic work as always. And I really like the build up, towards the second like climactic section here. A great use of the library, and has like a really, kind of dark vibe to it. I love the vocal samples that you threw in there as well. Yeah, that's awesome. I know that, yeah, so I think you mentioned that that you had to use decent sampler for this one, and I think you mentioned that you had some issues with some crackling in the pads, and I don't know if you ever resolved that, but hopefully you did. And I hope I love the GUI, by the way, for this library. It's so funny. I think you should definitely send that demo over if you haven't already, and I'm sure they would love to hear that. Just catching up with the comments here. Vocal samples are also from the same library. Oh, okay, there you go. Cool. Oh, Frodo's here. Got your submission, Frodo. Thanks for sending that over. Just let you know. Awesome. Yeah, please do let us know what happens once you send it over, and I'll check back on this page, and hopefully they post your demo. Awesome. Okay, who is next? Let's see here. We have Chris H. Okay, so Chris H is going to be showcasing a product called Memory Mode from Cherry Audio. And we're talking about this guy right here. I keep on hearing great things about Cherry Audio, and you guys have brought Cherry Audio up a few times in past submissions, and I'm intrigued. I think we have more than one submission that's showcasing a Cherry Audio product. So yeah, excited to see, to learn more about them. I haven't bought any of their products, but anyway, let's take a listen to this track here. Okay. Chris H. Dance demo. Here we go. Beautiful. Love it, Chris. That's awesome. So a few notes from Chris here. Let me just pull these up. So everything in the demo, also including effects and metallic percussion, is from Memory Mode by Cherry Audio, except for the kicks, snares, and claps. Use the stock presets and effects in Memory Mode with some tweaks on a couple of instances of the plugin. Additional processing for the sounds was EQ, volume control automation using the LFO tool, keeping the sound source as unprocessed as possible. Used a lot of parameter automation in Memory Mode, which was very convenient given that you simultaneously have this similar sound of the original hardware. Very cool. So yeah, I mean, this is great. I love the breakdown, by the way, like this section right here. That, I don't know why, but it brought me back to this like Aphex Twin track. I can't put my name or my finger on what the name of it, but man, it just sounds so cool. The intro is just like pure vibes. I was kind of hoping that you were going to revisit this like super pumping climactic section at the back half of the track. But yeah, man, this is great. Fantastic work. Yeah, let the I'll catch up with the comments here. See, I'm missing something. I need like another monitor. So I'm realizing right now. This section is clubby. Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for submitting that, Chris. And yeah, just so everyone knows again what you were using, it's this guy, I believe. Memory Mode. Sounds great. Okay, who's next? Julia is next. Okay, so let me pull up Julia's notes. Julia Lanishi, this is a track called Motion Cycles, and she says this is an ambient fast tempo track inspired by the Cycles library by Slate and Ash. I used only this library's loops, synths, and percussion. So I've someone else mentioned this to me, and oops, yeah, we're good. So yeah, someone else mentioned this library to me. So $390. That's expensive. I guess that's pretty much par for the course for this kind of stuff. I listened to a couple of the demos last night, and it was really intriguing. I don't fully have a great idea of what like it does. I think it does a lot of different things, but yeah, I like the idea of importing your own samples and messing with them. That's super cool. It looks really cool. So let's give this track a listen to, see what Julia came up with. Here we go. Oops. Wow. Awesome. Great work, Julia. Yeah, I'm really impressed with like the diversity of stuff that you're sending over for the challenges, the stuff that you're posting in the Academy. It's really, really impressive. I think the last track of yours was like this beautiful cinematic orchestral composition in a totally different style. So I'm really excited to see you just experimenting with different stuff here. This is great. Jason says you should be composing for my Netflix list of shows. Yeah, totally. This would be great. Did she send out any more notes here? Let me just check. I don't think so. I think that's all we got from Julia. So yeah, thanks again, Julia. That was fantastic. Next up, we have Nick. And Nick sent us something. Oh yeah, Nick featured a plugin. Let me just change the view here. So yeah, Nick, most of the submissions featured like a software instrument, and a couple were for plugins, just like and for guitar plugins specifically. So yeah, Nick's submission here is featuring bias effects too. This is something that I have, and I just like have not used it that much. I really got to get back into it. But the truth is, I haven't been writing very much guitar music as of late. So I'm wondering if is my stream stalled? Uh-oh. Hope not. Let me check. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it should be all good, I think. Okay, good. Sorry. So, yeah, let's check out Nick's track. And then he sent me a couple notes, so I'll read those afterwards. Here we go. This track, it's called Calm Enterprise, and it's like a corporate track. So let's check this one out. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, Nick. Yeah, so a few thoughts. I think that just a really, really nice soundscape and a really pleasant balanced mix. I sent Nick a couple of notes, I think maybe like a week ago, because this was a track that he initially sent in for some personal feedback, and so what you're hearing is a revised version, and it's quite an improvement from the initial version. I was just thinking, like, what's really nice for me is to hear like a corporate track that's not using, like, it's not relying too much on like VST guitars. It's really, really nice to hear a corporate track with like some real playing, and like a bit more of like a human vibe to it. I mean, I think we've all heard those like corporate Firebird pluck tracks, and they've been kind of done to death. Nothing wrong with the library, but this is really, really nice. The plucking sound is just tight. It's very well suited to the track. And I think you got yourself a really nice corporate track here, Nick. So fantastic. So, Nick, sorry. I forgot to mention he sent me a couple notes here. So, this is the first time Nick's used bias effects on a track. All guitar, rhythm plucked, lead, and guitar background ambience sounds come from bias effects, playing my Fender Strat directly into my Focusrite. All the percussion is from my corporate music secrets course. Awesome. Pianos are the Gentleman, Grandeur, Spitfire, and Schiff piano. I think that's a piano book piano, right? Bass is Scarby Rickenbacker. The occasional Spitfire, Christmas Glockenspiel. Glockenspiel, hopefully providing that a Glockenspiel is not just for Christmas. Of course not. Yeah, great stuff, Nick. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have a track from Rob, also known as Solar Score. And this track is called Stranger Spooky Boogie Thing. Just catching up on the comments here. Loving your studio, Steve. Oh, thanks, Arco. Yeah, I'm happy in here. I'll change the view back to DAW. Okay, so here we go. Enjoy. Oops. Too many things going on here. Stranger Spooky Boogie Thing. I love it. Awesome work, Rob. Thank you so much for sending that over. That is fantastic. I'm just looking at the comments here, and Mariano is asking, how many of us grew up in the 80s? That's a good question. Definitely we come back to that vibe every now and then, for sure. Andreas says, this challenge is a great idea. I get to know new plugins and sounds. Yes, for me too. Your submission included, Andreas. I'd never heard of the plugin that you showcased, so excited to show everyone that too. Punchy bass, yes, totally. Sounds like Wednesday Addams' next dance track. Awesome. I want to go drive a Ferrari around Miami. Absolutely. I would love to go drive a Ferrari around Miami right now. So yeah, Rob sent me some notes here. Let me share these with you guys. And yeah, so sorry, I forgot to mention that this track was showcasing another Cherry Audio product called the GX80 synth. All tracks, barring drums and risers, were made using that. With a little bit of kickstart and vinyl plugin added to some of the tracks. It really shows off the versatility of the GX80, which is an amazing Yamaha CS80 and GX1 clone, and pretty affordable in my opinion. Yeah, that was another thing I noticed about the Cherry Audio stuff, is it all looked very reasonably priced. The drums were made with an Akai MPC, one of the 80s drum kit sample packs. Never get bored of these drums. Totally awesome. Let me just quickly share the product here. So where are we? Here we are. There it is in all its glory. $59. Oh, it looks like it's on sale right now. Not bad. I use my CS80 clone from Arturia V collection all the time. It's one of my favorites, and I just love looking at this. If there's one synth that I could own in real life, even though I think it weighs like 500 pounds or something, I would love to get my hands on a real CS80. That would be so cool. I'm a huge Vangelis fan. Anyone who knows Vangelis knows that he was a big, he probably made the synth kind of famous in his own way. Blade Runner soundtrack, those kinds of vibes, just pure 80s, 70s, 80s. I guess it was developed in the 70s. So anyway, thanks again, Rob. That was awesome. Oh, sorry. I realized that I was on the wrong screen the whole time. This was the product. Oops. Okay. Now I'm on my DOS here. I'm getting used to this, guys. Okay. Let's see who's next. Jeff Bell is up. Okay, so this is a track called Come Out in the Wash. And before I press play here, let me just make sure I got the product right. Yeah, so this is a track showcasing the Yuhi Zebralet, which is a free synth, by the way, and it's awesome. I've used it before. Let's check this out. Beautiful. Awesome work, Jeff. Thank you for sending that over. Let me see if there's any notes here to share. I believe there was some. Oh, I lost where I am on my notes. That's not good. Here we are. Uses Yuhi's Zebralet, which is a freebie, by the way. All stock sounds, though some may have a little ping pong delay. Electronic music isn't my forte, but it was the sounds that dictated that rather than the other way around. I had thought of using percussion sounds from other sources, but decided to keep it within the same VST. So also Jeff sent me originally a version without any drums, and then sent me a revised version with the drums, which I thought was a really, really great idea, because when I first heard it, I was like, this could use some percussive energy. So I didn't even have to say anything. Jeff kind of picked up on that and sent a great revised version here. So fantastic work, man. It's great. And yeah, go check out the Yuhi Zebralette here, which is this guy. It's totally free. This is awesome. I think I used the Zebralette in the Synthwave challenge that we did. And yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. For free. What's up next? Mariano, you're up. Okay, this is a track called Incredible Silence. Excited for this one. So what does Mariano have to tell us here? I've chosen to showcase the pack Incredible Silence one from OSTUT Audio. Oh yeah, so right. So this is a pack for Silence. And it contains Silence 1 patches and some synthwave audio samples. 90% of the project contents comes exclusively from the showcase product. It is indeed a comprehensive and affordable tool to make endless synthwave tracks. So let me just pull this up here actually quickly because this is it. So what are we talking about here? 24 pounds. I don't know what that is in bucks, something probably like 35 or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's very affordable. Let's give this track a listen to. Here we go. Damn. Oh, man. Mariano, just bringing back the 80s vibe, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. How long did it take you to program this crazy solo? Where is it? This is so good, man. I feel like you would just clean up as a game music composer. You gotta I don't know if we've talked about this, but let me know if you've thought about putting a game music pack together and selling it on what are those? I can't think right now, but those two websites that are just sell to video game developers. You guys would know. I'm just having a brain fart right now, but I feel like that is just that. Yeah, man, pure 80s. I absolutely love it. Very, very well done. Fingers are faster than sight. Oh, you have one out already. Awesome. Where is it Game Dev Market? Is that what it's called? And how's that going? We have to talk about that. because that whole world fascinates me. I don't know too much about it. Yeah, okay, on Game Dev Market, cool. No sales so far. What? That's crazy. They just haven't found you yet, man. That's great. Thank you so much, Mariano. Appreciate that. And next up, we have Gary. This is a track called Coming Home. Now, Gary used the same VST that I did for this challenge, the Hearth and Hollow. Am I saying Hearth? Is it Hearth or Hearth? Eric was saying Hearth to me on the last podcast. I was like, am I pronouncing it wrong? Hearth or Hearth, whatever. Hearth and Hollow. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So this, I first heard about this on Piano Book, and this is just a wonderful virtual instrument that's a combination of like a bunch of different stringed instruments. And there's a free version that you can download from Piano Book here, which I did initially, and I started messing around with it, and it just like sold me right away on buying the full version, and I'm really happy I did. Also, look at that. Look at that. Gary Brumet and Steve Bedall on the Hearth and Hollow SoundCloud playlist. I'm so stoked that you got your track up on there. And the best part is that this track here, Run the Holler, is different from the one that we're going to showcase on today's live stream. So Gary wrote a ton of music. Amazing. So let's play this track and then we'll chat about it. This is called Coming Home. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so Gary sent along a few notes here. Let me share those with you guys. Tried to keep this brief as naked as possible, but production got away from me a little bit. Went through 8 top lines before scrapping them all. Still threw a lot at this, but tried to keep it subtle. Risers are just violet noise from an audio testing website, and pianos are a mix of Heirloom and the drinking piano. I think that the drinking piano is a Sound Iron VST, if I'm correct. And you mentioned Heirloom is Spitfire. Wanted to thank Michael Sine, who I plugged for advice on getting into the demo mindset. So big shout out to Michael. Yeah, awesome work, Gary. I mean, it's like the Hearth and Hollow library is just, I don't know, it's one of the coolest libraries I've ever messed around with. Hunter, the dude who developed it, just really captured something organic and beautiful and natural in the way that all of these instruments sound. And it's just like, there's a lot of like, I don't know, you guys are really going to have to go and download the free version to fully to get what I'm saying here. But there's like all this ambient information that's captured in the playing, like just the scrapes and like, you could really kind of visualize the room that it was recorded in. And it's hard to explain, but there's just some kind of magic that he captured in the sound of it. And also there's these, like with the full version, there's these really handy presets that are basically kind of like loops, but they're grooves, so aside from just programming, like melodic, like one shot samples, you can do things like these nice kind of like what am I trying to say here? Like there's stuff that you can't just do on a keyboard. Like there's grooves that just sound totally natural, and you can build a whole track on them. And you can do things like swells, like that kind of stuff. And man, yeah, it is just so much fun. And at the end of this, I'll showcase the track that I wrote using the library as well. So yeah, thanks a lot, Gary. That's awesome. And I'm stoked that you got on that playlist. That is fantastic. Next up, we got Jason. This is a track called Sunfall in the East. And let me just pull up some notes here. So this track is a product demo for the World Suite 2 by UVI. And I'm going to bring that up for you guys here. Okay, so I hadn't heard about this. This is really, really cool. Instruments from around the globe. Yeah, some really, really interesting stuff. Thousands of years of musical culture from every major continent and ethnic tradition. Yeah, amazing stuff here. So check out this track and then we'll chat about it. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, fantastic work, Jason. This is great. I love the sound of the percussion. That's so cool. And there almost sounds like sort of like some electronic kind of like, or synth elements. Not even synth, but like. Like, I wonder what instrument that is there, and did you do any processing to it? That's kind of, it sounds really, really cool. Really unique sounding track. and the flute vibe here. That's just great. That's just fantastic. Let me take a look at what's the price on this. $299. Okay, that ain't cheap. But I mean, looks like you get a ton out of this. I mean, are these all just like, wow, how many instruments is that? That's a lot. 369. Oh yeah, and we got loops and phrases too. Okay, so sounds like great value. That's very, very cool. When did you pick that up? Oh, Jason says that's an organ with some processing from UVI too. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Just catching up with, okay. Jeff says it's hearth. Okay, great. Thank you for clearing that up. I will try to say that from now on. Hearth and hollow. Jason got it about a year ago. Awesome. You know, I'd never heard about it until now. So that's the benefit of doing these challenges. I learn a ton from them. So that's great. So Jason sent me some notes here, I believe. So the instruments include various sizes of taiko drums. I love the sound of the drums. Koto, shamisen, laoshin zither, shakuhachi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gongs. At one point, I began to pursue a degree in ethnomusicology. Very cool. Ultimately, that didn't pan out, but I've remained interested and influenced by musical traditions from around the world. Fantastic. Yeah, this is a world fusion piece using mostly Japanese instruments. It's meant to be evocative of a night in Tokyo, in a Tokyo back alley. A little mysterious and tension building, laced with a bit of swagger. Yeah, man, I love the groove of it. That's awesome. And it brought me back to Tokyo, for sure. I went to Tokyo once, and it was mind-blowing. I got to go back there. The food was so good. Okay, thanks so much for sending that over, Jason. That was fantastic. Next up, we have a track from Brendan. And yeah, big shout out to Brendan here because Brendan also got on a playlist as well. So Brendan used the Afterglow library, which you can pick up on Piano Book. I think there's a paid version as well. This was a library created by Fred, and he posted this. Yeah, look, there we go. Brendan Burns, Afterglow demo, amazing. Congrats, Brendan. That's fantastic. And this is such a beautiful track. Check this out. Here we go. Just beautiful. Just beautiful, man. Yeah, you just did such a wonderful job of conveying like real emotion in this track. I'm so happy that they featured it on the demo playlist. I was listening to this last night, and it just felt like I was like got emotional listening to it. It is really beautiful. Really beautiful track, and I picked up this library myself because it just was inspiring. Like I watched the walkthrough for it I think they're selling a full version of it on Spitfire, and it was like an instant buy for me. I can't remember what it cost. I don't think it's crazy, but no, I picked it up and I've already started using it myself, and I thought about writing a demo too. But fantastic. Really beautiful track, Brendan. That's great. So yeah, go pick up the freebie, guys, and check this one out. And yeah, I mean, you can go listen to Fred walk you through the library on the Spitfire website as well. And yeah, it's just really great work. All right, who's next? Andreas, you are up, my friend. Okay. This track tripped me out last night. I was like, what is going on with these vocals? And I'd never heard of this product. And it totally surprised me. I had no idea that something like this existed. Let me pull up the product here for you quickly. Okay, so this is a track showcasing the EM voice, and it's basically like a vocal generator. That's totally wild. Okay, so check this out. This is a track called YouTube. Here we go.
Start rolling, click and walk. Hello's getting a number and cats to politics. There's something for everyone. YouTube, the place where we all come. YouTube, welcome to YouTube, where we all come to YouTube. Creators making content day and night, sharing their stories, their passion insight. From vlogs to tutorials, there's something new. YouTube, the platform that's always on cue. YouTube, welcome to YouTube, where we all come to YouTube. From music to comedy, it's all here. YouTube, the place where ideas and views. With every click, we learn and grow. YouTube, the platform that lets us know. Subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, do not forget to share and click the thumbs up. YouTube, welcome to YouTube, where we all come to
Man, Andreas, this is the craziest track. I'm so stoked on this. I don't know if you sent this to them, but you should. You should also send it You should also send it to Google. Just be like, I wrote the YouTube anthem. This is so awesome, man. Every track that I've heard from you, it always sounds like you're just having the most fun in your studio and your writing process. This put a big smile on my face when I was listening to this last night, and I love. Like I was like, I didn't understand at first when I first heard it. I was like, oh, so he like, who's singing? That was my first question. Like, who's singing? I didn't look up the product that it was specifically you were trying to highlight. So and then I understood when I went to check out the product page that it was like this vocal generating software. And I was like, what? Oh my God, that's crazy. I just can't believe how scary and good that some of the software is getting. I mean, it's like we are just entering the wildest age of music production at the moment with the AI just getting really good, and then like software is just becoming insane. It's like where is this all going? It's just getting so intense. But I had no idea that like this product existed, and I just thought this was the coolest thing ever. So like, dude, this little breakdown.
Subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, do not forget to share and comment.
It's awesome. I love it, man. Okay, let me share some notes from Andreas here. I was inspired by playing slap bass. Awesome. So the feature product is the vocal plugin called EM Voice. Soon I'll put a video about it on my channel. Yeah, so I should share Andreas's channel here. I think I did that last time too, but just so you know, Andreas has got a great YouTube channel, and you're looking at it here. Go follow Andreas. He's got some great stuff there. So yeah, thank you so much for sending that over, man. That is just a very cool track, really unique, and yeah, wow, great lyrics, by the way. Like that how long did that take you to write all that? And I'm curious, like, how long is it difficult to get the vocal stuff to work out well, or is it just like super easy? I have to test the product. It's very, very cool. Okay, so next up we have a track from Benjamin O. This is called Groovy Romance, and the product is a piano book library called Dolan Piano. Okay, so let's check this out. Here we go. Love it. Love it. Oops. Wrong page. There we go. Yeah, great work, Benjamin. I love that groove, man. That is so vibey. The drums were it just sounded perfect against the piano groove. And hopefully you guys are listening on headphones, but there was a really nice bass line underneath that too. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, man, I got to download this piano from Piano Book. There's like so many piano book libraries that I need to get my hands on, but let me share a few notes here from Benjamin. Here we are. So, okay, this is a demo from Piano Book's Dolan Piano Contact Library. I also used Native Instruments Studio Drummer, Moto Bass, and a couple of samples for the percussion. Transcribed a drum loop from a song I liked, and that served as the basis for building a piano harmony loop. I added the bass after that, and then after trying to arrange it, a whole lot of experimenting and noodling around was necessary to get it to what it is now. It wasn't intentional to me, but it sounds a bit like Richard Clayderman and ABBA, so that's why Romance is in the title. Yeah, awesome, man. That's beautiful. Love it. Okay. Mariano. In the piano bar with my date. Yeah, totally. That was like first date music. Yeah, great chord progression indeed. Sounds so cozy. Totally. Hey, Andreas. And Andy Franzman is here. Welcome. You think music, welcome. Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks again, Benjamin. And next up, we're going to showcase a track from Alex B. What do we got here? Okay. So let me pull up my notes. Alex B. This track is called March of the Demons. And this is a demo he wrote for Piano Book's World's Biggest Brahm library. Let me just show this to you guys here. I'd heard about this. I think I got like an email about this and I was curious, but I haven't downloaded it myself. World's Biggest Brahm. Yeah. What? Alex, they haven't put you on their playlist yet. Did you send it in? I hope they do. I haven't watched this little walkthrough, but I will. And yeah, anyway, I'll play the track here. Here we go. Brahm. I love it. Awesome work, Alex. You know, I was thinking, man, like, I don't know if you were planning on submitting this to Motion Array, but I might hold on to it for like Halloween. It's got like a Halloween vibe to it, especially with these like dark, menacing, like vocal sort of things going on here in like the back half of the track. I feel like this could do really well as like a Halloween track. But yeah, I mean, that's a powerful Brahm. I'm gonna have to download that and use it in my trailer tracks. Yeah, man, fantastic work. Just seeing what. Oh, you just sent them. You just sent them the track. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that they included in the. I hope they included in the SoundCloud playlist. Let me know if they do. Hit me up and let me know. Halloween stuff for sure. Awesome. Well, let's move on to who is next. Louis. Let's check it out. This is a track called, I'm not sure there's a title, just called January 2023 Challenge. And yeah, Louis sent me some notes here. He used light and sound chamber strings for this. So this product I had never heard of either. And yeah, from, I guess, like what's the lightandsoundsamples.com. Okay, cool. Yeah, the strings sound great. I'd never heard of these guys at all. And I think that like multiple times that Louis sent tracks in, you've used libraries that I've never heard of. So it's cool to learn something new here. And yeah, we'll showcase this track. Here we go. Enjoy. Man, so nice. What a beautiful breakdown. I really, really love what you've done here. And just building it back up to this section for like the finale here. Man, you just did an absolutely beautiful job. Cool. Like, wow. Cool string library. Louis sent some notes here. I'll share them with you guys. He mentioned, I don't think I have any hope of making it onto their playlist, but I love these strings. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I hope you sent it to them. That's for sure. And I hope that they include it because it's beautiful. Besides the strings, I used timpani and cymbals from BBC Symphony Orchestra and the free memoir piano from Audio Ollie. Excuse me. For the B part, where the cello takes solo, I use the close mics to try and simulate a solo cello. Okay, cool. Also use Spitfire Labs sub bass, Eventide's SP 2016 reverb for placement, and Seventh Heaven reverb. I think in total the song contained 9 tracks. Very, very cool. I don't know. You know what the track. I hope you. I can't remember who the composer is, but like it kind of gave me like a Last of the Mohicans vibe. At one point, I love the music for that movie. Do you guys know that movie? Just super emotional, epic, orchestral score. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the composer. Hit me up in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. But that was beautiful. Really, really nice work. Are there Stevie B's MIDI samples in it? No, I don't think so. Benjamin says, I've been eyeing that string library before Black Friday. Did sound nice in the demos, yeah. Reminds me of RPG soundtracks. Elder Scrolls. Yeah, awesome. Just looking at your guys' comments and seeing that like everyone's getting these message retracted things going on. I wonder why that is. I'm not doing that, by the way. I don't have anything set up in my YouTube stream to like do that. I don't know why YouTube does that. Just like deletes people's messages. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's move on. So next up, we got a track here from Christopher Taves. And this is called Don't You Dare. And this is a track showcasing the Spitfire's solo strings. I'm sure you guys have heard of these. I have them. This is one of the first Spitfire libraries that I bought back in the day, and it is a staple. I absolutely love this library, and this track is super cool. Check this out. I love everything about this track. This run here. Wow. Like just wow. Amazing work. Chris. That is just so beautiful and really impressive that's just one library and it just sounds so expressive and and full. And I've used those the pizzicato articulations from the Soul library in so many different tracks. They just sound so good. So good. So that's awesome. Oh, Deepak mentioned that subscribers only might be the reason. Yeah. So everyone's got to subscribe. It sounds like I'm in a fancy perfume commercial. Yeah, that had like, oh man, that had so much great vibes there. I love it. I can see that in so many, like, I can see it's very licensable, that track. Let me share some of Chris's comments here. So he said he scrambled to turn in something. So the inspiration was to finish and turn something in. Secondary inspiration was the Knives Out score by Nathan Johnson. VST used is just Spitfire solo strings. I know they are a big company, but with many gifted composers writing tracks, it's just that I've owned this for over 2 years and have yet to write any tracks really to get to know how it really sounds. That's awesome, because that was really kind of like one of the main points of this challenge, was to get to know your libraries a bit better. I realized this barely scratches the surface. I put Ozone on the master bus and used a classical preset. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Who is up next? We got Chad Kaya. This is another track that's showcasing a plugin. And this is showcasing the Neural DSP amp simulator. So let's check out this track. Here we go. Dude, yes. Looks like Chad's in the house just in time for his showcase here, man. Dude, that is killer. Man, I wish I had longer hair so I could headbang to that. Oh man, there's so much I love about this track. Like just the finger tapping stuff. Like that adds such a cool texture to the end part. Also, this breakdown here is just priceless. I absolutely love that. That is so cool, man. Great work. And yeah, so like coming back to just the product in question here, it's the, so you guys know, this is the Neural DSP site. I don't have this, but I've heard so many good things about Neural DSP. I heard that, yeah, the amp simulators are just fantastic. So actually, I'll just share some notes here that Chad sent me. I wanted to showcase some of the Neural DSP amp simulator plugins, so I went with something heavy and chuggy. They are the best amp plugins I've tried for heavy music so far. For the chugs, I use the Nolly and the Gojira amps, and for the cleans, I use the Tone King modeler. I also use the Soldano SLO 100 simulator for random stuff throughout the track. The musical idea is something I've had in my head for a while and was happy to finally throw it down. Wish I could have worked on the mix a bit more, but I ran out of time. No, this is great, man. This is really, really good stuff, and I'm glad you made it to the stream on time for your track. Hope you're doing well, dude. Great stuff. Okay, so I think we got a couple more. Oh, we got one more. One more, and then I'll show you mine. So this next track is from Frodo. This is a last minute submission. I'm super glad that we snuck this in there. Does it have a name? Vertigo. It's called Vertigo. And I haven't even heard this yet. Usually I listen to the submissions the night before, but because I got this morning, I literally haven't heard this. Let me just share some notes from Frodo here. Okay, here is my last minute submission for this month. I made a product demo for a library I already recommended in the Academy, Epic Percussion 3 by Splash Sound. It covers mainly big cinematic drums and some ethnic percussion, and I found it is quite powerful despite not being as popular as some of the bigger drum libraries, such as Damage. Although I have to say there are some limitations in terms of range of different drum samples. My demo is somewhat of a trailer track, but I tried keeping it as percussive as possible to showcase the library. Normally I use it for layering and fleshing out my drum sections, but for this challenge I tried sticking to this library only. On the drums I made a few exceptions and added some sub-hits and cymbals from Epic Percussion 1, but other than that all the drums are from EP3. Epic Percussion 3. So the trailer effects are from Splice. So we got a few samples in the mix there too. Hope you like the track. I had to rush the mix a bit and probably will do some fine tuning tomorrow. Awesome. Excited to hear it. Let's check it out. Awesome. Yes. Frodo, I love it, man. What I'm curious, what did you use for like that signature sound in this like a climactic section, that like kind of that sort of thing that almost sounds like a vocal kind of hanging over everything? That's very, very cool. I love it. Is that a Splice sample, or is that yeah, let us know in the comments. That's great, man. Splash sounds is a kind of underrated, in my opinion. Actually, I should, I've actually used several of their products. Can we pull them up here? Yeah. So, yeah, Epic Percussion 3. There we go. $150. They have all sorts of cool stuff. The cool thing about Splash Sounds is they do these sales once in a while, and they just give stuff away for real cheap. And they have some cool libraries that are sort of like, you don't. Okay, for example, their ukulele library. I don't know if anyone out there is making like ukulele stuff, but this is straight up, in my opinion, the best ukulele VST on the market. And it's only $40. It sounds really good. It comes with its own like percussion stuff too in the library. Totally a steal. I got this like super cheap. I think they put it on like more than 50% off. It was like practically, it was like $15 when I got it. Indie Voices, that's another interesting library. They do like, it has like these like shouts and like whoas. I mean, you can get a lot of those samples from Splice. But yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff here. Epic Percussion 2, and they got looks like they have some synthwave stuff. Yeah, cool. Really cool that you did a track to showcase this product. And yeah, I thought it was an absolutely awesome track. Very powerful. Percussion sounds great. Yeah, glad I got that in on time. And Frodo, let us know if you sent that to them. And if you haven't already, then you totally should. Frodo says, I think Epic Percussion 3 was on 80% discount when I grabbed it. Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a discount. No one discounts their products that like as heavily as they do. I can't remember if they did it for Black Friday or was some other time of year, but they like discounted it. It was like, yeah, they put everything down, marked everything down like by like 70 or more % at one point. And it was just like, wow, okay, that's a great deal. Jeff's got it on sale too. Cool. All right. Well, I'll show you guys my track. I think some of the Academy members here probably have heard it already. I did a little track breakdown in the Academy. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But yeah, I used the Hearth and Hollow library, and like I said, I absolutely love it. And this is what I came up with. This is a song called Perpetual Motion. So there you go. They were nice enough to include that on the demo page for Hearth and Hollow, which is awesome. And yeah, you guys gotta grab the freebie or consider buying this library. It's totally worth it if you're into like writing folky stuff, folky cinematic type stuff. Just such a cool library. Exactly the kind of thing you'd want to have if you were not a guitar player already. I've already used it as kind of like a buffer for like recording like real guitars. Like I'm just finishing up a track right now where I recorded like real acoustic instruments, but use this as kind of like a layer as an auxiliary layer. And it's just, man, it just blends perfectly. Really can't say enough about it. It's very, very cool. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Mohit. I appreciate it. Thanks, Alexandra. Yeah, I don't know if I'll send it to anywhere. It doesn't really, I don't know, like to me, it doesn't really feel like it's totally ready for Artlist or Motion Array. I mean, Artlist might be into it. I can't help but feel like that there's something extra that needs to go in it. I'm not sure what it is. It could be like a vocal. Like maybe I'll come up with a vocal for it at some point down the line. Sometimes I just I'll write a track and I'll just put it away and I'll listen to it again in a couple months and get inspired to do something with it. And this track might be one of those tracks. So I think this would make a nice sync track too. Yeah, it could. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. But I wrote it specifically just to for this challenge, and I'm happy with how it came out. I got to write more stuff using this library. Yeah, I think a big shout out to John Meyer. He did a great review video on it like a few months back, and that's what sold me on it. An intro for the House TV show. I like that show. Sell it as a stomp clap. Yeah, I gotta maybe if the tempo was a bit like it was up a little, I could do like a remix of it. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for another amazing showcase of submissions. And I don't know, now that I have everything like set up and I don't have to mess around with too much in this studio here, like I'm kind of into the idea of doing more live streaming. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I feel like the problem is I'm not really sure what to do on live streams other than do these showcases. Like these are really fun, but I'm not really sure what else I could do. Maybe I could just like open up productions as I work on them and do that. I'm not sure if that's boring or exciting. I think some people find that cool and others are just like, no, don't want to watch that kind of thing. But I'm still working it out. I do I do like making regular video content, that's edited, that's easy to consume. So I'll probably stick to that for now. But it's nice to have everything set up here. Live composing would be awesome. Yeah, I was thinking of getting like one of those electronic drum kits. Does anyone have one of those kicking around? They're expensive. Like the good ones are really expensive, but like I played drums a little bit, right? And obviously I can't bring an acoustic kit into my apartment. It wouldn't be really conducive for that. But like I was at the music store last week and I was picking up some guitar strings or something, and they had a couple of those electronic kits that are like on demo that you can just try out, and man, have they come a long way. I like sat down on one. It's like a full size kit. Like it was an electronic kit, but it was full sized, and the snare was like everything felt absolutely like 100%, almost like 99% real. The only thing that's like kind of a little different is that the cymbals, like because they're rubber. They don't have that metallic sort of feel to them, obviously. But other than that, like the snare was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. And I really, really want to get one into the studio here and just, I don't know, incorporate that somehow into some live streaming content or live composing content. I think that would be more interesting. Just reading the comments here. I had a Roland TD6, but sold it for a real Gretsch kit. Yeah, cool. I feel like so many people buy electronic kits and then they just sit around collecting dust. So I really have to commit to using it. Thanks for joining, Chad. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. It was awesome. This is a lot of fun. And yeah, I guess I better sign off here. This was another like epic 2-hour stream. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys were able to join. And I guess before I go here, for anyone who's not in the Academy, let me just say quickly that if you are interested in participating in these monthly challenges, then please check out the Production Music Academy. Got several different membership tiers starting at only $10 a month. And yeah, a lot of extra content there to dig into, including track breakdowns, music production tips and stuff, courses on a range of different genres and styles. We got a music licensing course, forum to get feedback on your work from other members, and yeah, free MIDI packs, access to yeah, a network of other like-minded music producers from all over the world who are interested in leveling up their production skills and building momentum in the music licensing marketplace. And yeah, you guys, to the members, you guys have really been inspiring me lately with these track submissions. You're all doing fantastic work. And yeah, big news coming real soon. Members can expect a new course to drop this week. I've been working overtime to get it finished, and I'll be releasing it in 2 parts. So the first part's going to come out this week. It is yeah, trailer music part 1, finally wrapping that up. And yeah, I will announce the February challenge theme very, very shortly. It will be in line with the subject of the course. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, more information on all of that coming very soon. Awesome. Well, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, thanks, Alex. It was beautiful. Indeed, I had such a great time showcasing you guys' music. And yeah, I'm wishing you all an absolutely fantastic and productive February. And yeah, see you guys soon. I'll leave it there. Gonna kill the stream. Have a great day, guys. Take care.